One of the coolest experiences I've ever had at the Asics tennis house in Wimbledon. Stay tuned to see what I get up to at the event.
Conscious breathing is probably the one ingredient that I would take out as the most important.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the Asics tennis house. As you can see here, this is a lovely house right next to the Wimbledon courts. And I'm going to take you inside. We're going to learn all about the mind and the body, as well as talking to some of the pros as well. So stay tuned and come in with me. Plenty of fun-filled activations and activities in store. Check it out, guys. So over here we have the locker room, and as you can see, I'm kitted out full in Asics with the lovely Gel Resolution 9 shoes, one of my favorite shoes. And in this locker room you can see some of the collection of the other items that some of the players will be wearing. And finally we have the outside as well, which is beautiful, lovely green grass, as well as a tennis ball, which you'll be seeing a little bit later. I picked up my name tag and then we headed over for our first activation, which was trying out Novak Djokovic's exact breakfast.
Got a green goddess smoothie. Green goddess basically just means a combination of all the different green foods you can get blended into one. High fiber is really important because it makes you feel fuller for longer. A snack that Novak has said he eats during the matches, just eats a couple of dates in between sets, in between games, and it just keeps you going throughout the exercise.
As you know, Novak Djokovic is gluten-free, so I had his exact breakfast and it was very filling and very tasty as well. Here's me trying it out now. As you can see, I got my breakfast here. Got a wide selection of different things. Let's give it a little taste test. The manuka honey is very nice too, I must say. Then had a short break before heading to the second activation, which was the Zen room, where we did some yoga. I was really looking forward to the experience of yoga, as I think it is very, very valuable in helping you to slow down the mind as well as the body, in giving you that little freedom of just pure relaxation and clarity in your mind. Found it very soothing and meditative. It was kind of like you were in a flow state of mind where everything was at nice and ease. And I highly recommend participating in some yoga sessions and giving it a go yourself. I mean, nothing can beat these amazing views on top of the Asics house. As you can see Wimbledon in the far distance, you can actually see some of the pro tennis players training. So we've just finished in the Zen room. That was very nice and relaxing. And as you can see behind me on the floor, this is where we were participating. Had a lot of time to relax and rest the mind as well, which was very, very nice and peaceful. We're on to the next part of the activation, sound mind, sound body. These are some of the players. In the next room, we got a breakdown of the tennis shoes and we got to know a little bit more about the specific designs, about why Asics shoes are so good.
3 key, let's say, technologies or parts that you should know about this shoe. The first one is this mono sock. So as you can see, compared to the shoes you're wearing today, this one is a one-piece sock, which really maintains the foot on the platform and is also really comfortable and a bit higher on the ankles. First time in the industry for tennis footwear, a 3-piece outsole. Earlier ground contact at the end of your run. So earlier stability, but also you can recover faster your position. 2-piece twist truss. So this is the piece that goes all the way inside, which enables at the same time flexibility and stability. And it was tested and proven to reduce stress on the body and on the ankle joints by 7%. Every player can find the shoe that is right for them and their movement on the court. Our resolution is made for the baseline player and everything is made for side-to-side movement at the back of the court.
So I'm just in the room where Novak Djokovic's shoe is officially here, the shoe that he wore at Wimbledon, and we just had a little talk through about the various different shoes as well, which was very cool and interesting. And as you can see, there's a wide selection of different shoes for different players and abilities. For the third part of the activation, we started to warm up outside as we were going to hit some tennis balls against the wall and even do some reaction exercises. This was a lot of fun and we all got to do it participating in a group. Alex Ward took us through these exercises. He is an ex-professional and current coach of Katie Swan. So after our little warm-up, we're now doing some fun little volleys against the wall, as you can see behind me just here on the Asics house tennis wall that they've just put up here. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and let's check out my volleys. I quickly got comfortable with the wall and managed to do some high repetitions, as well as having a little bit of fun with a few other content creators such as Fabio from Functional Tennis and Ashley Nees from The Tennis Mentor. Then had a lovely little refreshment on stand, which was a very nice treat. Green coffee, lime. Let's try it out. Oh, very refreshing. Cheers. So now we're going to head inside and we're actually going to get to listen to some of the players and ex-professionals as they talk through a panel about the sound mind and sound body and all about the mental health, which is so important.
Welcome to the Asics House of Tennis. This is so important for us this week here. You know, we're preparing for an important tournament, and of course, just welcome you all. It's an honor to be in this beautiful house next to an amazing event coming up, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. So Belinda, welcome here.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a bit better. I'm really happy I'm here. Well, in rehab and practicing well, so hopefully I'll be ready and fit for the tournament.
Alex de Minaur, please welcome us here in the house. Asics house. How you doing, Alex?
All good, thank you.
Yes.
Come from such a high, such a good week, playing some great tennis, so you almost have to try and switch off and relax, and because you've got this big tournament just around the corner that you want to try and go as deep as possible. So I took a couple of days off and now I'm training back up and hopefully I'll be ready to go.
Thomas Johansson from Sweden, which he was as high as number 7 in the world. You can see I feel more comfortable with grey-haired people here next to me. Thomas, welcome here to the Asics.
What's important for us is that as we are getting older, we are in the right sport, because tennis is the sport that you should play if you want to live longer.
If we want to perform optimally physically, then we need to be of sound mind, and conversely the same is true. Whether we're professionally athletes, such as here, or we're just functioning in every day. And I think the real benefit of this is that exercise is one of the most powerful, safe and effective ways to look after both our mind and our body, and there's really robust evidence for that. So it's exciting to be able to talk about that and to be part of the experiment which we're going to be doing today, which we did with people coming before, so we can provide data to sort of show about an athlete's morning routine, improving sound mind and sound body. Exercise is good for your mental health and your sort of stress, your confidence, but what's the optimal amount that you can do to sort of get an uplift and a meaningful uplift in how you feel for the day as a one-off? And we did this study in over 1,000 people and in over 25 countries, called the State of Mind Index, and found that 15 minutes and 9 seconds was all it took, across this sort of global study to give it a meaningful uplift.
Thank you so much for your time.
After the panel discussion, I got the chance to volley with Alex de Minaur and Belinda Bencic. What a cool experience, and they are super chilled. I'm also going to interview a few different players as well, and you may know some of their familiar faces, so stay tuned for that one. It's going to be very interesting talking about their mind. Coach a lot of young juniors. What advice would you give for them when going on the journey to wanting to be professional tennis players?
I would personally, also to my younger self, I would just say really work hard, do it for yourself, also after the match, you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, oh wow, okay, I did everything I could. It didn't matter if I lost or I won, but I always improve every day with a full conscious mind, always believing in myself and doing better every day, and kind of not comparing yourself always to other players in this age, because this is the age where you have to develop your game and yourself and kind of try to be better every day and really working on that.
We deal with nerves on the court. Some people may deal with them different ways, so how would you deal with nerves?
I mean, I really learned a lot in my time as a tennis player, and for sure, at the start I was really, sometimes not dealing well with it, with the emotion and just expressing too much, getting angry, getting too emotional, getting too nervous, before, the up-down emotions all the time. You lose, you feel terrible, you win, you feel amazing. So I kind of try to flatline that and try to, play every point almost the same. Of course you have to keep track of the score and kind of play tactically good, but emotionally not to really get attached to the score too much.
Sometimes in matches, I used to play myself, but you get very caught up in the moment, and sometimes your mood would get very excited and very happy, after you win a good point. But then, how do you bring yourself back down to focus on the next point again?
Almost have keep this emotion inside. Also when you're winning and you have you're a break up, let's say in the third set, and you're already like you're getting too excited. So I don't know, just really kind of focus like really on the point itself, every point, and try not to really see the score, to really focus on like what you can control, not everything else outside, just kind of on your basically what you can do, kind of to beat this person, but step by step, and not really think about the finish line too early, let's say. Trying to get into that flow moment, just being, you know, here and really not, you know, getting distracted by anything, and also by yourself, by your own thoughts and emotions, because sometimes your thoughts can just, your head's exploding, they're running around in your head, and you have to almost like control your thoughts and kind of block out the bad ones and like keep to the good ones.
Both as a player and as a coach, I really enjoyed it.
This is your favorite?
Yes, yes. And as a player, I love playing all the green stuff here.
Definitely. So if you have any tips for young juniors wanting to go down the professional route, because I know it's a very long journey, if you have any helpful tips for them.
Experience, you know, as a player. We can start as a player. I was one of the best juniors in the world, and I did really well in the big tournaments. Almost 2 years to break through. 2
years, really?
2 years, yes.
Into,
so,
would you say breakthrough as into like top 100?
Yes, into the top 100. One of the best juniors in the world. Everybody was watching me. Everybody was, oh, there's Thomas. Blah, blah, blah. And then you come to the professional tour, and nobody really cares who you are, because they are there to beat you. One very good advice is to be patient. Be patient. Try to practice with as many pros as you can, because, like I said, they will undress you, meaning they will show you where your weaknesses are. Train hard, train smart, be patient, and try to watch a lot of tennis, and also try to play and practice with the pros, because then you will see what you're missing. Yeah, exactly.
Nerves on court.
Yeah.
And this is a big one, I think. How would you, in your words, help a player to deal with their nerves on court, like when they feel pressured on big points?
Perfectly normal to be nervous, to be tight, to be stressed during a match. Everybody has felt that. So it's nothing, it's normal. The first thing you have to do, I think, is to accept it. Don't fight it, accept it. So if you get nervous, accept it. Breathing techniques. It could be, because most of the players, when they get stressed or nervous, they are rushing things. They are rushing things, and also if you look at the strokes technically, they go from hitting quite far away from the body, they go very close to their body, which is also normal, because if you are tight and nervous, you want everything close to you. So take your time, don't rush, but try to work on it on practice. If you do it on practice, you can do it in the match.
Brilliant. Honestly, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Really
Thanks a
appreciate it. I've also got some yummy food behind me, and we're just going to tuck into some food now and have a chilled rest of the day. A little special somebody stopped into the Asics house on the second day to share some wisdom.
One of the biggest lessons I've learned about, I guess, mental strength is that, you know, if you lose your focus, if you, you know, you're not present, things start to go the wrong way for you, it's fine. Accept it and then come back. And I think that recovery of how long you stay in that emotion is what differentiates you from maybe others, you know. So I think the recovery is more important than actually working hard to stay in the present, because it's almost impossible to stay all the time in present. You know, we always think, what's going to happen? You know, is this, am I going to win or not? Or, you know, so you go back and forth, but then how quickly you go back. And for me, breathing, conscious breathing is probably the one ingredient that I would take out as the most important.
So that's it, wrapped up the Asics Tennis House. I hope you guys enjoyed the experience and got to go and see a little bit behind the scenes of what's it like here. And as always, be sure to subscribe, like and comment. It really helps my channel. And I hope to see you guys soon on my next video. Take care, guys.